Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Makerspace Millionaire with your host, Susan Mitchell. Let's begin. Worth $100, author Laura Fleming defines makerspaces as a place where you have an opportunity to explore interests, learn to use tools and materials, and what? Develop creative projects, eat a snack, build a better mousetrap, or go to sleep. Correct. Develop creative projects. Next, for $200. In the making of a masterpiece, authors Rothy, Severco, and Theron describe a makerspace as DIY meets what? HGTV, Chip and Joanna Gaines, education, or it's doom? The correct answer? That's right, education. For $300. In the problem solving loop, you identify a problem, explore information and create ideas, build and test the idea, evaluate the results, and what? Select the closest Starbucks, select the craziest idea, perhaps, or select the ripest banana, or D, select the best idea. The close one between craziest and best, those can sometimes be the same thing. Select the best idea. And you notice in the problem solving loop, there are many different ways. It's not one loop that goes in the same direction. Each one can lead to another possibility. This one is worth $500. In the UTEC model, presented by authors Lurcher, sure, we'll go with that, Preddy and Derry in Teacher Librarian, the journal, the acronym UTEC stands for what? A, using, tinkering, experimenting, and creating. Unicorns, trolls, elves, and carnival rides. Underwear, toilet paper, evergreens, and carnauba wax. That toilet paper would come in very handy during this pandemic. Or is the correct answer Utopia, Timbuktu, elephants, and cornucopia? If you guessed A, you are correct. Great job. For $800, author Tricia Kwan lists a few issues as potential downsides to makerspaces. These include engagement, initiative, learning, and creativity, alien invasions, and stepping on Legos. It's too quiet, too clean, and too cheap. Or cost, messiness, noise, and time. The correct answer is D, cost, messiness, noise, and time. As you know, a makerspace is going to increase engagement, initiative, learning, and creativity. You are definitely going to step on Legos, but even with these downsides, it's worth it. There are workarounds. This one is worth 1,000. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak were members of one of the first makerspaces in the United States called what? Was their club called the Computing Competitive Drinking Club, the Homebrew Computer Club, the Beer and Video Games Club, I am sensing a theme, or Apple? Probably also a drinking club. The correct answer was Homebrew Computer Club. That just goes to show you that you never know where the next Steve Jobs or Steve Wozniak might be coming from. It all starts with a problem to solve and making something out of it. This one is worth $2,000. According to Bloom's taxonomy, what is the highest order of thinking skills? Is it taxidermy, blooming, remembering, or creating? The highest order of thinking skills is absolutely creating. Remembering is the lowest order of thinking skills on Bloom's taxonomy. This one's worth $3,000. Carol Dweck's idea that talents and abilities can be developed through effort, where emphasis is placed on praising hard work and effort, is known as blank mindset. Is it melted mindset, growth mindset, read your mindset, or fixed mindset? The correct answer is absolutely growth mindset. Growth mindset means I can't do this yet. It's changing that way of thinking to make sure that kids understand I can't do it yet, but I can keep trying until I figure out a way to get it done. For $5,000, the AASL Learning for Life initiative has four main standards for libraries that can be fostered through makerspaces. They are think, create, share, and what? Is it grow, grapple, gripe, or grouse? It is think, create, share, and grow. Through thinking, creating, and sharing, the kids are going to grow, and so do we as adults. For 8,000, according to author Tricia Kwan, what is another place that is great for a makerspace other than the library? Is it the classroom, the janitor's closet, the bus barn, or the nurse's office? If you guessed classroom, you're correct. Lots of teachers these days, including myself, have makerspace kits or spaces where the kids can make, even if it's just designing a lesson around making. It can be a great way to get kids engaged. For $10,000, according to the Space Maker quiz on page 27 of Tricia Kwan's book, 20 to 25 points would make you what? An experimenter, a learner, a maker, or an invincible immortal. If you guessed an invincible immortal, you are not correct, but I see where you're going with that. It's a maker. That means that you are ready to go and you feel very comfortable with this. But no matter what level you are, whether it's a learner, an experimenter, or a maker, you can start a makerspace and grow from there. For $20,000, the Space Maker quiz was which of the following? An unscientific quiz for fun, a medical school entrance exam, a Match.com dating survey, a legally binding agreement. Just like game show creators can have fun, it was an unscientific quiz for fun. Next up, worth $30,000. When author Tricia Kwan started her makerspace, how many tables did she begin with and at what cost? Was it 6 tables and $18? Was it 99 tables and $99? Was it 1 table and her sanity? Was it 13 tables and $0? There is no such thing as $0 in education. It was A, 6 tables and $18. It started very simply with just a few things out and it just grew from there. And that's the best place to begin, is somewhere, at least something. For $50,000. On page 30, Tricia Kwan describes her teachers' reactions to the new makerspace and the conversations that resulted. These conversations often led to what? Her purchasing Amway products, tears and red wine, bad reviews of her makerspace on Yelp, or collaboration opportunities. Most educational experiences do end in tears and red wine, but in this case, it is collaboration opportunities. Teachers want to work with their librarians and work with others. Teachers are collaborators. For $80,000, author Tricia Kwan recommends always having one station out that is related to what? A, the cafeteria menu, B, the read aloud or lesson, C, the PE lesson, D, the color of the principal's shirt. While the color of the principal's shirt would impress her, not as much as if it were the read aloud or lesson. Connecting a makerspace to a book is one of the easiest ways to do a lesson. It's a fantastic connection. For $100,000, according to author Tricia Kwan, the most popular stations were those that involved what? High-tech, expensive stuff, sitting and doing nothing, some aspect of competition, or iPads. Believe it or not, the kids are not that impressed with the high-tech stuff. They like some aspect of competition. Designing a challenge and giving them a problem to solve is one of the most exciting things that can get kids thinking and engaged. For $200,000, when you consider the space needs for a makerspace, you need what? Antique Louis XVI furniture, flexible, easy to move furniture, bolted down metal furniture, no furniture, just an empty room. The best answer is B, flexible, easy to move furniture. It also helps to have a nice clean floor area and plenty of storage. For $300,000, it is important to include displays for photos, artwork, and what? Past projects, oddly shaped cat hairballs, this game show, or your grandmother's wooden shoe collection. The best answer is past projects. Kids and adults both learn from seeing other work. We learn by imitating, and it's really validating for them to be able to see their work displayed no matter what. I love to have an art show or some sort of museum walk after we finish anything like this in my classroom. For $500,000, some robotic and coding tools to include in a makerspace are Bbots, Ozobots, Osmo, and is it Optimus Prime, Wall-E, Sphero, or C3PO? I'm a big fan of Ozobots, but the correct answer is Sphero. Another one that's really, if you're advanced, that you could do is Lego's Mindstorms NXT robots. They're very cool and great coding opportunities for kids. Finally, we are at $1 million. Which of the following could you include in a makerspace? Crafts and puzzles, games and technology, building challenges, tools and items, or all of the above and more? You guessed it, it's all of the above and more. If you can imagine it, you can absolutely put it in a makerspace. And sometimes letting the kids figure out what they want is one of the best ways to do it. You did it. You are a Makerspace millionaire. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you had a good time and learned a lot.